guys, I am back with another tier list. Welcome to Awesome Movie Reviews. And here I do movie reviews and rankings. So I'm going to do a tier list because I saw Doctor Strange 2 on May 5th, but I needed time to process it because there's a lot in there. But now that I'm done, I can finally do a tier list of all the MCU because a ranking is crazy. It's hard to rank them. So I'll just do a tier list. Okay, let's start with Iron Man. This movie is awesome. I love this movie. I think this movie is awesome. I just love the action. Tony is just a great character. Obadiah is a pretty good villain, honestly. And there's not a lot I have to say about this movie. I just love it so much. It just started off the MCU. Okay, Hulk. I'm gonna go with good. I think this is a good movie. I'm rating this off. I don't think people should really be rating it off of if it fits in with the MCU. I just think it's a good movie. It's not about how good of an MCU movie it is. I mean, I think it's just a good movie, and I enjoy it. Anyway, Iron Man 2. I'm debating whether I should put it in the okay or the bad tier. I'll put it in okay for now because the action is very fun, but there's barely any action. I have so many issues with this movie. I don't know if sometimes I love it, sometimes it's not love it. Sometimes I enjoy it, but sometimes I think it's bad. So yeah, it goes between. It's either I think it's mediocre. I think it's mediocre, but I can't really place it in between. You know what? I'll just create a row. Go below. Okay. Now I'm gonna change it. Excuse if it looks messy, but meh. Okay. Iron Man 2 is going in the meh tier. Thor, this is a good movie. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. I have issues with it, but honestly, it's just hard to do. I want this video to go by fast. So this will be just quick analysis. It's good, but it switches in tone a lot. So yeah, it's okay. Anyway, Cap the First Avenger. Good movie. Good. It's good. I don't love it because I hate how they montage through World War II, and that makes me angry because it's basically just Red Skull's plan. That ticks me off every time. Like, why do they have to do it? It just pisses everybody off. Anyway, but rest of the movie I think is really, really good. The score is fantastic. The Avengers, and this is gonna go in the great tier. This is a great movie. Need I say more? You all know it's great. Iron Man 3, I think it's also great. A great and underappreciated MCU movie, in my opinion. Thor: The Dark World, we're changing things here. This is awful. I'm putting in the awful tier. I hate this movie so much. I don't get why anybody would like it. I will eternally hate it. Okay, yeah. Winter Soldier, and you're going in the awesome tier. I'm debating whether I should put Iron Man or Winter Soldier higher. I'll put Winter Soldier higher just because I love that movie. I adore Winter Soldier, and I say it's my favorite MCU movie all the time, so it'll go in the top of the awesome tier for now. Anyway, yeah, I love Winter Soldier. I think it's fantastic. I think that it is one of the most mature MCU movies. It's probably the most realistic MCU movie. Like, the action is so great even without superpowers. I mean, that's not something I expect movies should be great with. Action should be great with superpowers. I think action is great without superpowers, but I think the action is awesome in this movie. I think that they use practical and actual effects when they need to. The villains are great. I just think this is a masterpiece, and I forever will. Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is a great movie. I can't put it in the awesome right now, but great. You know that why this is great. You've all seen the movie. Most of you have seen the movie, hopefully. Age of Ultron is good. it's good. I think it's good, but it's the most has too many plot lines, and I never really love Ultron. He's an okay villain. He's good. He's an okay villain, but I don't think he's great. He should have been one of the best MCU villains. So yeah, good, but not great. Ant-Man. I'm gonna put it in good. Top of good, above Age of Ultron, because this movie is just so much fun. It's entertaining. I just enjoy it. Anywho, Captain America Civil War. This movie is definitely going in the great tier, and I'm putting it above the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know that it's great. You know everything about it is great. Doctor Strange. I think this is gonna go in the great tier, and I'm gonna put it lower than, you know what, I'll put it above the Avengers, because this movie is just so good. I really love it. I think that it's very twisty. I think that it has some great VFX, some of the best in the MCU, not the best, but some of the best. So yeah, great movie. Guardians 2. This movie, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the good tier. The good tier. Yeah, and at the bottom of the good tier, I think it's a good movie, but not all the humor entirely worked for me, and the villains were pretty mediocre, and Taserface was very stupid. Spider-Man Homecoming, and this movie is definitely going in the great tier for me. Yeah, I think this is great. Need I say more? Yeah. Okay. Thor Ragnarok. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the great tier, but above Doctor Strange, but lower than Guardians. I really had fun, but some of the emotion was sucked out because they always cut to a cheap joke. Black Panther. This movie is great, and I'm putting it at the top of the great tier for now. Anyway, Avengers Infinity War, and this movie is awesome. I love this movie, and I'm sure a bunch of people do. If you love this movie, you probably understand why I love it. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is a good movie, and I'm gonna put it lower than Guardians 2 just because I love the Guardians characters a lot. I think it's fun. It's anticlimactic, but honestly, it's just not the best. It's not trying to be though, so I'm not criticizing that about it. Captain Marvel, and this is going in the okay tier and lower than Thor. I think this movie is okay, but I think that it has a bunch of issues with the character overall of Captain Marvel. She's not that great of a character. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put Captain Marvel lower than Iron Man 2, and I'm going to put it in the meh tier. It's mediocre because I think that she's just not a good character, in which Tony's a good character, even though he has a lot of issues in Iron Man 2. I still think Captain Marvel is just, there's a lot of things I don't like about it. So yeah. Avengers End Game. This movie's going in the awesome tier, but shockingly, it's going up lower than these three. I know some of you are going to be mad about that because a lot of you are lovers of these movies of End Game, and some of you put it in that number one spot. But I think that the whole Fat Thor situation is just a bad storyline. I didn't like it. That's why it's not a top number in my top above Infinity War and Iron Man and Winter Soldier. It could have been so good, but it's not my favorite anymore. Far From Home. This is gonna go in the great tier, and I'm gonna put it above Doctor Strange, but after Thor Ragnarok. Very fun movie. Sometimes I like it more than Homecoming. Sometimes I like it less. It's hard to say. For now, I'm putting it above Homecoming and Doctor Strange. WandaVision. This show was great. Actually, you know what? The show, where the heck did it go? There it is. I'm going to put it at the top of the great tier. I had so much fun with WandaVision. It was intriguing the whole way through. I loved WandaVision, and I forever will. Super good show. Anywho, next up, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this is another entry in the okay tier. It's okay because I have issues, but honestly, I think the action is pretty cool. I hate the last episode so much. A lot of things I like about it, but not everything lands completely. Also, next up, Black Widow. It's a it is a hard one to place. I'm gonna put it in gray, and I'm gonna put it lower than Avengers, but above Iron Man 3. Great movie. Like it a lot. I gotta hurry up the rest of this list. Loki. Great show. I'm gonna put it lower than the Avengers, but above Black Widow. Okay, Shang-Chi. This movie is great. I'm gonna put it above Iron Man 3, but lower than Black Widow. Eternals, great movie again. Here, I'll put it there, and then okay, Spider-Man: No Way Home. Awesome movie. I love it so much. I'm gonna put it lower than Iron Man. Okay. Hawkeye. Tons of fun. I can't put it higher than where it is now. Moon Knight. I'm gonna put it in the awesome tier, but I think it's worse than No Way Home. Okay, finally, Doctor Strange 2. I think this movie's awesome, and I think it's number 2. I loved how they brought horror into the MCU. I love that they brought horror into the MCU. Some of the VFX didn't work for me. That's why it's not number 1. But some of the VFX did work a lot, and the action was awesome. I loved the movie a lot, and I don't get why it's so divisive, but I loved it. So thank you for watching. See you next time.